Good morning, guys. Today we are going to talk about adjective clauses with prepositions, quantifiers, or nouns, and adjective phrases. Remember that adjective clause functions as an adjective even though it is made up of a group of words instead of just one word. In the case of an adjective clause, all the words work together to modify the noun or pronoun. Okay. Adjective clauses with prepositions. The relative pronouns who, that, which, and whose plus noun can be used as objects of prepositions in adjective clause. For example, Laura is the doctor to whom I spoke. Laura is the doctor whom I spoke to. Sentences with the preposition at the beginning of the clause are formal. For example, Laura is the doctor to whom I spoke, because the preposition is before the relative pronoun. Sentences with the preposition at the end of the clause are informal. For example, Laura is the doctor whom I spoke to. Note: a preposition can come at the beginning of the clause before whom, which, and whose, but it cannot come at the beginning in the clause with that. For example, it is the team for which he plays, different from it is the team for that he plays. It is grammatically incorrect. We can omit the relative pronouns who, that, and which after a preposition. When we do this, the preposition moves to the end of the clause. That is, for example, that is the video game which I read about. She is the writer that we talk about. But be careful, whose cannot be omitted. He is the musician whose concerts I go to. This is grammatically incorrect. Adjective clauses with quantifiers. Some adjective clauses have the pattern quantifier plus of plus relative pronoun. Quantifier occur only in clauses with whom, which, and whose. These clauses may refer to people or things. These clauses are formal. On the right of the slide, we can observe some examples of quantifiers. The film has many stars, few of whom I recognize. He made 8 films, all of which I like. These are two examples of adjective clauses with quantifiers. Adjective clauses with nouns. Some adjective clauses have the pattern noun plus which. These clauses refer only to things. For example, musicals, an example of which is Chicago, are still popular. Not actors, an example of which Al Pacino, are still popular. This is incorrect because we only refer to things. Adjective phrase. Remember that a clause is a group of words that have a subject and a verb. A phrase is a group of words that does not have both subject and a verb. We shorten adjective clauses to an adjective phrases with the same meaning. He is my friend who has in charge of my birthday party. Here we can observe an adjective clause. He is my friend in charge of my birthday party. Here we have an adjective phrase with the same meaning. To shorten an adjective clause with a be verb, reduce the clause to an adjective phrase by deleting the relative pronoun a be verb. But be careful, adjective clauses with be verb can be reduced only when who, which, or that is the subject pronoun of the clause. For example, Lady Gaga, who is a famous singer, won many awards. Lady Gaga, a famous singer, won many awards. Here we can do the change because we are referring to a person. If an adjective clause needs commas, the corresponding phrase also needs commas. Avengers Endgame was a long movie which was launched in 2019. Avengers Endgame was a long movie launched in 2019. Changing adjective clauses to adjective phrases. If there is not the verb in the adjective clause, it is often possible to change the clause to an adjective phrase. Do this by deleting the relative pronoun and changing the verb to its ing form. You can do this only when who, which, or that is the subject pronoun of the clause. For example, I like any song that features Blackpink. In contrast to, I like any song featuring Blackpink. Now let's do some exercises. Thanks for the attention.